Hey guys, Suan here. So today we're going to talk about the Halo campaign trailer that just dropped recently. I've just watched it once or twice today, and I have to say I'm very impressed with the details that they have come out, and there are definitely a lot of content that we can talk about. So I'm going to do a short analysis on this particular video, and I'll just share some backstory and also my thoughts on how the gameplay will be changing in Halo Infinite. So let's go!
Since the beginning, Halo was about Master Chief and Cortana, partners protecting humanity.
So 343 here is definitely very fast to showcase what is going to change. Firstly, we see Cortana in her purple color and definitely in her design that was previously from the Halo Combat Evolved period. Now, based on what we know in Halo 5 is that Cortana is actually blue in color and is actually wearing the Forerunner technology sort of suit. So she radically looks very different from how she is in this particular trailer. And right here you can see that over the periods of time in different Halo games, Cortana has been changing color, and however she has always remained blue. So now what's the decision to make her change purple? Well, we need to play in order to find out.
But that is now a distant memory. Humanity is fighting for survival. The Banished have risen, defeated our heroes, and taken control of the mysterious Zeta Halo.
Okay, so right here is that it is the intro as per what we see in the previous trailer that was released last year. This is the intro scene where we see the pilot, which we have no idea what his name is, and we see Master Chief floating in space. Now, just based on this screenshot alone, we can see that the fidelity of the game graphics has been tuned up much better. We see the eyes has some frosting textures right now, and we definitely see Master Chief with his worn out armor, which if you compare to the previous trailer, his armor looks sort of plastic and was perfectly smooth. So definitely see that there are more details and more texture added to the models.
We need a savior. We need hope. We need Spartan 117, Master Chief.
We have a new mission, soldier.
What is it? What's down there?
A weapon.
A weapon? How many guns do you need?
Now, to go back to the previous point, the pilot asked him, how many guns do you need? Well, to be honest with you guys, we have never had enough guns in Halo. Halo gameplay is about the guns. We have battle rifles, we have the sidearm, we have rocket launcher, we have the shotgun, we have the plasma pistol, the laser rifle, the beam rifle. Come on, there are tons of weapons in Halo. And in order to fight both Covenant and Banish, well, we definitely need as many guns as we can. Alright, I'll just stop right here. So this is a very interesting shot as well. I'm not going to focus on the elevator looking structure right in the middle right now, but rather I want your focus to be on what exactly 343 is trying to show us right here. So this is not just a Banished base. This is a Forerunner structure. Now, in my opinion, it is very strange to me that the Banished actually has the technology to manipulate Forerunner tech. We have never seen this before, and definitely the Covenant does not have any equipment or technology to do so. Well, we see the Banished has actually adapted the Covenant weapons or maybe the vehicles like the Phantom into their own version. This is entirely new. We have never seen a race that is able to manipulate the Forerunner structures into their own versions. So I feel that this is something that we should take note of, and we might find some interesting technologies that the Banished is actually tapping on.
In the biggest campaign to date, Halo Infinite invites players to become Master Chief.
Alright, so here's another cool thing. This is the grappler hook, or rather, what is a grapple hook with the ability to shock enemies. Now, in the tech preview, we have never had this ability, or rather upgrade, to electricity that stuns the enemy. So I believe that this is the new upgrade system that we will be seeing in the later part of the trailer.
And discover true Spartan freedom in the most wide-open and adventure-filled Halo experience yet. But Chief won't be alone on the journey. His first mission is to retrieve a new AI, codenamed the Weapon.
It's been 6 months. Where have you been?
Alright, so now this is also another interesting point. So the Weapon, which is this particular AI, actually says, it's been 6 months. Where have you been? To the Master Chief. So if I were to speculate, I'm guessing that something happened in between these 6 months. And during these 6 months, Master Chief is actually in space, and that's exactly when the pilot found him. And hence, the Master Chief and the pilot needs to go down to Zeta Halo to retrieve the Weapon. I hope I get the point.
Following the events of Halo 5, Master Chief is searching for the answer to a troubling question.
Now, in this shot, this is also very interesting. On the left, we see a new structure that we've never seen before. It looks like it has some sort of bricks and like sort of hexagonal shape to it, but we definitely have no idea what this is yet. However, on the right side, you see Purple Cortana again, and this time she's wearing her Forerunner armor. So, what happened in between our very first shot of Cortana in her Combat Evolved armor? Oh no, Combat Evolved naked version, and right now in this Forerunner armor. That's also a very good point that we will need to find out when we play Halo Infinite.
What happened to Cortana?
I was created to lock down Cortana, but I don't know why. What did she do that was so wrong?
She looks so cute here.
Order received. Stand by.
Alright, so what was your expectation when we call in for a Warp's Ordnance, or rather a Warp's vehicle? Now, in my opinion, when I first saw this trailer, I thought, okay, I want it to be launched on my launchpad gently. Now look at what exactly 343 did with this. So essentially, the pilot just hooked the warps onto the back of the Pelican, and he just ditched it and let it drop onto the surface of the launchpad. So thank God the warps is not in danger, and is not damaged by any means, and we can still use it.
The answer is somewhere on Zeta Halo. A damaged world full of wonder.
I just want to showcase that, alright, this is Zeta Halo, and to be honest, I believe this is the largest sandbox that 343 has ever given us in any of the Halo games. Well, precisely it's because every individual spot that you see on this map right now, I believe that you can potentially traverse to that particular area and fight it. Why? It's because there will be a map section later, and essentially there are many points on the map that you can travel to. So it might be the means of vehicular combat, like drive your Warthog or maybe a Scorpion, or maybe you can just hook onto a Warps or a Banshee and then just fly over to that location. So that would be an awesome gameplay.
And danger.
Alright, and then in this scene where we see Chief attacking one of the Banished bases, one thing to note that I want to highlight is towards the left. So towards the left right here, essentially you can see sort of like a cave opening. So hopefully 343 don't diminish the fun of actually exploring Halo, and they actually let us to be able to dive down into the base and enter the base to sort of do a capture mission. In Zeta Halo. Now, of course, there are a lot of fusion coils right here, so we definitely see like a Banished version in red and a normal one in blue. And the stupid Banished are just crowding all around and throwing bombs right here for Master Chief to blast into.
And at every turn, the
Alright, and this is our favorite enemy, the Jackals. Now, they come with a redesign, but honestly, I really like the design so far. I mean, there's nothing to hate about it, honestly. But one thing to hate that all Halo players can definitely relate to is the beam rifle. This sneaky weapon that kills you in one shot in legendary mode. I'm sure all Halo players will be able to relate to it. So, you know, do give a like or comment down below if you feel the same way.
Our hunting Master Chief and the remnants of the UNSC.
Victory is already ours. We will meet on the battlefield.
The banished army is spread across the surface, building fearsome strongholds and outposts with no one to stop them. Until now.
And I must say, the Brute looks very good now. They actually have facial hairs that fit the Brute appearances. In this case, it's a mohawk.
From the
Headshot.
beginning of the Halo
Nice.
saga, Master Chief has been a hero, ready to fight.
Alright, so as you can see, we actually shot the energy device that's roping all the Marines. So in this sequence, we sort of rescue these Marines, and I believe that that is a clue to what exactly the gameplay is in Halo Infinite.
And win against impossible odds.
Chief, is that you?
You're safe now.
They're safe now. And immediately, this is also another moment that I believe that all Halo players can relate to. You're just minding your own business, shooting the turret on the Warthog, and somebody just decided to fuck it and then just go all in into a creep dive, which essentially kills everyone. Alright, but what I want to point out in this segment is that if you can rescue Marines, I believe that this is a mechanic to sort of interjoin Marines with base building. Why is that so? So in the case whereby you can capture bases, you can definitely put Marines in there as defending positions. So what I believe is that by doing so, you can actually unlock certain perks within the geographic region of the base, such as sudden, like you can call down weapon drop points, or maybe you can request for several Marines to follow you on the quest. And since this is such an open world mechanic in other games, I believe that we might see this in Halo Infinite as well.
Incoming.
But what if it's a friend?
It isn't.
Alright, so here we are introduced to one of the new mechanics in Halo Infinite, and that is the boss battles. In this segment, you'll see how Chief fights against this boss. And it sort of looks like Destiny style combat, whereby the boss has a stick shield that is indicated by a white bar and their health in the red bar. I hope these don't translate into a bullet sponge boss battle, because that will definitely suck, and it's definitely not the kind of direction that Halo should take.
Players now have more freedom than ever before to take down the Banished any way they choose.
Alright, so here we see the tech map, or rather the new UI that for the map that we are gonna interact in Halo Infinite. So we see that there's a lot of area collectibles with 7 different icons, but to be honest, I have no idea what they are, except for one distinct icon that I believe all Halo players would know about, and that is the skull. So the skull icon is definitely one of the known collectibles in Halo, and we see that there are different areas with their different point of interest on the map, and each particular point has their own distinct collectibles. And then in the other tab, which we see as the FOB tab, FOB in military terms essentially means forward operating bases. So this definitely ties in with my idea previously, whereby you have to rescue a Marine and you put them in these bases for as defenders. So I'll definitely be looking forward to how we can actually use these RPG mechanics in Halo Infinite.
Banished facility up ahead, Chief. Some kind of salvage operation. What do we do?
Shut it down. Permanently.
We see the chopper here as well, which is almost like a Harley Davidson equivalent in Halo. This is the upgrades UI. So essentially we see that there are 5 equipments that you can utilize. The grapple shot, the shield core, the threat sensor, the drop wall, and definitely the thrusters, which is featured right in this trailer. So we know the grapple shot, we know shield cores, we know the threat sensor, we know the drop wall. There are items that are already been shown in the tech previews trailers. However, let's see what the thrusters can do. So the thrusters, as we all know, is like an equipment that give you a short boost in the direction that you want. So firstly, we have the afterburner, which essentially adds a second charge to your thrusters. Then we have thermal control, which reduces your thruster cooldown. Then we have impulse, which adds significant power to your thrusters. And what's most interesting right here is the escape velocity, which adds an invisibility effect to your thrusters lasting for 4 seconds after activation, which we'll see right here in this gameplay. Alright, so going back, we see that this option costs 3 Spartan cores. Now this is definitely a resource management item that we need to find, and I believe that these are items that you can either buy through shops in your base, or we can get it by capturing different bases around Zeta Halo.
Fight me!
Could be useful, if you like that kind of thing.
Oh, I like it.
Oh yeah, we love it.
Halo Infinite allows us all.
This is the Battlefield's parody for Rendezvous.
Spartans do best, defying the odds to take down the banished. Piece by piece. This won't be an easy fight. Master Chief will take on returning favorites and surprising new threats like the agile skimmer.
Alright, so these are the schemers, which definitely looks like drone in the first place. But I have to be honest, after analyzing their body structures and everything, they definitely do not look like anything like a drone. Sure, they have the same appendages and the wing-like structures of the drone, but they don't look organic at all. In fact, they look mechanical, like one of the enemy that's showcased in the later part of the trailer.
A sadistic Spartan killer named Jaga Erdamnai.
Say goodbye.
Look out!
Oh yeah, and here we have Jaga Erdamnai. Now, I'm sorry that my pronunciation sucks. Honestly, look at this guy. This particular elite is badass, and he looks like such a cool assassin, and is definitely well named for his ability to kill Spartans. Now, one thing to note is that he is having a prosthetic left arm, and that is the reason why he has different designs for his particular energy sword on his left, as compared to the normal energy sword that we know on his right.
Chief, he looks
Angry.
And something even more threatening.
The Forerunner's lies are at an end. I am the harbinger of the truth. You are not the future.
Alright, and over here we see a totally new enemy class that we've never seen before. The design looks nothing like the Banished, nothing like the Covenant, and nothing like a human. So what I can speculate is that this enemy is closely linked to the schemers that we see previously, with sort of like this mechanical yet fluid organic structure to this design. And what we do know is that her name is Harbinger. Other than that, we know nothing else.
I am the harbinger of the truth. You are not the future.
Exploring this vast and fractured world will put Spartan 117 to the ultimate test. But where there is courage, there is hope. Welcome to the new era of Halo.
Yeah, new era of Halo. I'm definitely excited for it, honestly.
Is everyone trying to kill you?
It kind of seems like it.
Oh, she's so cute. The weapon is very cute. And to be honest, to a certain extent, a bit naive as to what's happening. Oh yeah, and here we see Escharum, who is one of the Brute Chieftain and one of the leaders that have to kill. in Halo Infinite. So if you compare it to the previous trailer that was launched last year, this looks tons better, but it does not look like an in-game graphic. In fact, it looks almost like a live action sequence that Halo is known for in its previous marketing efforts. So yeah, we'll definitely look forward to this, and I hope that this is sort of like a preview of the live action TV series for Halo that has been in the news, that it has been in production for quite a long time right now. So yeah, I'm definitely excited. Okay, so that's all for today. I hope you liked my analysis and my first impression on the Halo trailer. If you do like the video so far, do give the video a like, and subscribing to my channel will really help me out. So for more Halo content, stay tuned and see you later. Bye!